Never leave your skis unattended on Mount Cragmore. If you do, there's a good chance they'll come back covered in googly eyes, duct taped together, or worse, turned into a makeshift sled for a 7-foot Yeti named Barnaby. Because when Barnaby's around, it's not about skiing down the mountain. It's about surviving his pranks. Last time, we told you how Barnaby went from lonely snow monster to prankster legend. But legends don't stay legends by accident. You have to keep raising the stakes, keep topping the last laugh. And Barnaby? He was just getting started. This is the story of the very first prank that made every skier, snowboarder, and ski instructor on Mount Cragmore say, okay, something weird is going on here. So here's the thing. After his giant snowball stunt at the festival, Barnaby had a taste of fame. He didn't want to stop, but he had a problem. Pranking random skiers one at a time wasn't enough. If he wanted to be remembered, he needed a prank so big, so ridiculous, that the entire mountain would be talking about it. But Barnaby faced a challenge. Skiers moved fast. They zipped down slopes, disappeared into ski lifts, and half the time they were too focused on not wiping out to notice him at all. If Barnaby wanted their attention, he had to outsmart them. He had to create something impossible to ignore. And what better way to do that than breakfast? Wait, breakfast? Yes, breakfast. Here's how it started. Barnaby had been watching a group of skiers outside the lodge one morning. They were laughing, stacking pancakes on their plates, drowning them in syrup. Barnaby's stomach growled. Not because he wanted pancakes, but because he wanted that laughter. That sound of friends sharing a joke, that's when it hit him. What if he made a pancake big enough for the entire mountain? Not a real pancake, of course, but a fake one. A prank pancake. For the next 3 nights, Barnaby worked in secret. He rolled giant slabs of snow into a circle the size of a hot tub. He carved the edges so it looked round and fluffy. Then he used pine sap to paint the top golden brown, and maple syrup from a nearby cabin's supply to drizzle realistic-looking lines across it. Finally, he stacked smaller snow pancakes on top, added a giant pat of butter, made of ice, and positioned the entire masterpiece right outside the ski lift entrance. Morning came. Skiers shuffled out, rubbing their eyes, skis clattering against the snow. Then they froze. "Is that a pancake?" someone said. "A giant pancake?" Kids screamed with delight. Adults blinked in confusion. One guy pulled out his phone. Tooth. The entire ski lift line was chaos. People laughed, snapped pictures, pointed. And hidden behind a snowbank, Barnaby grinned so wide his fangs sparkled in the sun. But he wasn't done, because a pancake prank is funny. But a pancake prank with a punchline? That's unforgettable. So when the ski lift started running, and the first chair swung around, the safety bar came down to reveal Barnaby's final touch. Every seat had been covered in ketchup packets. Dozens of them. Sit down too hard and splat, red everywhere. Skiers shrieked, instructors howled with laughter. And somewhere a kid shouted, "The pancake exploded!" Barnaby's prank was a masterpiece. And the mountain? It couldn't stop talking about it. Word spread faster than a snowboarder on fresh powder. Did you see the pancake? Who put ketchup on the lift? This mountain is haunted by the breakfast bandit. By mid-afternoon, everyone on Mount Cragmore had heard about it. People rode the lifts just to sit on the ketchup packets. They took selfies with the giant pancake. The lodge even added Barnaby's breakfast special to the menu, a stack of pancakes with extra syrup and a side of fries. Barnaby watched it all from his hiding spot, heart thumping with joy. This was it. This was connection. He wasn't just a lonely shadow anymore. He was the reason people were smiling, the reason they had stories to tell. And of course, Barnaby couldn't resist. He started tossing out his new favorite weapon, dad jokes. Skiers swore they heard a deep voice booming through the pines. "I do not know what you're talking about, and let us celebrate this pancake day." Nobody knew where the voice came from, but everyone laughed. It was official. Barnaby wasn't just a rumor anymore. He was a full-blown phenomenon. That night, the town couldn't stop buzzing. Some people swore the pancake was a publicity stunt. Others thought it was an art project. Kids insisted it was magic, but deep down, everyone agreed. Mount Cragmore had something special now, something that made the mountain feel alive. And Barnaby? He sat high up on his snowy ledge, looking down at the glowing lodge lights, his fur dusted with frost. He felt proud. For the first time in his life, he wasn't just watching the world go by, he was part of it, not as a monster, not even as a yeti, but as Barnaby, the prankster king. The mountain would never be the same. Don't miss what Barnaby does next. It's even messier.